And hello again, Internet. Well, now we're going to take a look at the other half of what my plan has been for today, for the next few days, assuming that I don't completely just end up chucking everything out the window. We are going to be looking today at Capcom Classics Collection, Volume 1. 22 games, some of which are Street Fighter. And these are old arcade games. These are ones that, like I said, was back in the, you have to put a quarter in every 90 seconds for these games to be profitable. And, yeah, as you see, there's a fair amount. It's 1942, 43, 43 Kai, Bionic Commando, Just Commando, Excise, Final Fight, Forgotten Worlds, Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, Gunsmoke. I love this game, but good God, it's hard. Legendary Wings, Mercs, Pirate Ship Hijamaru, I guess that's how you pronounce that. Section Z, Sun, Street Fighter 2, Champion Edition, Turbo with Hyper Fighting, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Trojan Vulgus. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Good, they didn't lie to us. Sometimes they do. So I have no idea. I don't think I've ever beaten any of these. Well, I mean, I've beaten Street Fighter Champion Edition a couple times in arcades. But one thing to note is this is not actually the arcade version of Street Fighter 2 and all these. These are the PlayStation versions, PlayStation 1 versions, and there are differences. And I don't like the fact that they did that they basically just flat out lied about what version they included on the cart. This is supposed to be arcade, those aren't arcade. So, I mean, we got a bunch of extra stuff. Wow, really? Manga Entertainment. Hey, there's a blast from the past, isn't it? Z, check this out. Manga Entertainment. This is the coming soon, apparently. Street Fighter Alpha Generations. Wow, that looked horrible. Was that supposed to be Ryu? Because it looked nothing like him. Like, seriously, that looks pretty bad. That is an awful version of Ryu. I mean, everyone else looks decent. Good God. Oh, this animation hurts. Why am I watching this? Mostly because I'm also opening up a peppermint candy cane. I want to suck on it for a little bit. Coming soon to DVD. A movie nobody wants. Good God, when was this made? We got a trailer from Manga Entertainment. I mean, manga's still around, but good God. What is the copyright? 2005. 12 years. Amazing. Okay. So 12 years ago, that was coming soon to DVD. There's still more trailers. Let's see who these other trailers are. Trailer 1. Rating pending. So this one's at least a video game. Is this going to be a trailer for Volume 2? It is. They put a trailer for Volume 2 on Volume 1. Mind you, I also do have Volume 2. Oh no, even better! The PSP version, which has games from Volume 1 and Volume 2. Alright, let's see what the third trailer is, shall we? Because I'm bored and I don't want to play video games. I'm bored and I don't want to play video games. I want to play these at least. Devil Kings. I've not heard of this. Can you show us some gameplay? Are you just going to show us your amazing CGI, or are you going to show us what the game looks like? Because if you don't show us what the game looks like, This could be literally fucking anything. Oh, hey, we got some gameplay. It's Dynasty Warriors. Yup. They made a Dynasty Warriors clone. Woohoo! That looks awful, just like Dynasty Warriors does. Yeah, great. Although it is kind of funny seeing trailers. Yes, they used to put advertisements on video games. Did you know that? I mean, it's not quite as bad as if you put the game in, you got a trailer. Although there might have been some of those. So there you go. There you got some classic 2005 upcoming games. They looked awful. So let's check this one out. 1942. It's a good old shmup. The SCHMUPS. And you got loop and shoot. That's it. All you ever needed back then was loop and shoot. 2 buttons. So let's see how difficult these games were. Oh, there went one of my loops. As a note, you can auto-fire, but auto-fire is slower than firing for yourself. Wow, I've already taken a hit. Music leaves a lot to be desired. Give you that much right now. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do really well this game. Just chew that part of it off screen, off mic there. Ugh, words. Pow. Oh my god. Well, that worked well, didn't it? See, I want to try showing you how difficult the second stage gets after the first stage. And that was high enough. That alone was high enough to reach the scoreboard. I don't want to continue. I just want to end the game. Well, I guess I continued. Pow. So more attack now. And you'll note that... See, the problem is trying to... Oh, wow. Trying to hit these things, you can only fire in one direction. So you kind of force toward the bottom of the screen. And if the enemies shoot when they're near the bottom of the screen, you have very little time to react to it. So you have to be careful of that. You do have the loop button as the emergency, get out of dodge, but once you do that, well, you've basically taken yourself out of the fight for a while. And another pow. Just in time for me to die. So that's one of the tricks they do. Like, you can't shoot behind you, so you have to try to get these guys. If they come in low... Wow, I just ran into that one. If they come in low, you're pretty much SOL. So keep an eye on how close to the bottom... Wow. Yeah. Wow. Keep an eye on how close to the bottom of the screen the enemies will shoot at. And that was high enough to get me over here. Amazing. Okay. And yeah, you are supposed to... You're getting judged on how many shots you miss. So... That didn't work. So auto-fire like this. You'll notice even continuing, you're not directly where you were. There are checkpoints. Oh, god damn it! You know, I should just stop playing video games. I'm beginning to look like one of those reviewers from... I don't even know where anymore. who just can't even do basics for the video games. Came up from behind me. Yeah, I'm great. This is why I don't do shmups. I love shmups, but I just don't have the reaction time for them. My bread and butter is first-person shooters. You've seen me do that. And they hit the wrong button again. So this is generally not my style of video game. Oh, wow, okay. You saw what happened there. Two enemies came in low, both firing shots late. Both firing shots late that created a crossfire. Now again, I can loop out of danger like this, which takes me out of combat for a while, makes it so I can't shoot, and I can't react to the things. Oh, Jesus. Remember, I've been playing video games since Pong. I just don't play this style of game, and games have gotten different since this time. This is a game that's meant to make you feed quarters into it. That's why I wanted to look at it. Then these controls are kind of difficult. I'm using the D-pad now instead of the analog stick, which works better. Hey, would you look at that? I finished a level. Oh, whoa. Spoke too soon. I finished a level. It only took me, what was that, 75 cents? A buck? So how much harder does it get now? Right off the bat, something dive bombs into me. Oh, God. Thing takes more hits. I don't even know how to... Notice that you can only put your name in if you're in the top 5. And as you see, I've actually done better before. And let's hit the wrong button right away. Always do that. Always hit the wrong button right away. Okay. So I have done better at this game before. Oh, POW actually destroys everything on the screen. That's nice. So it didn't power me up, so I guess it was a different type of POW. Okay, so this is actually... Whoa, whoa. It's actually about the same difficulty as the first stage was. Overall, to be entirely honest. I'm surprised by this. I would have expected this to have gotten more difficult. It really hasn't. Other than, oh, those enemies taking more shots. You've still got the same type of planes flying around. They're still roughly in the same-ish area. Not a lot of new patterns going on. That's more difficult. We got the 2 in a row. But, as you say, I was able to hit POW and destroy them both for easy points. Well, stay away from that. And yes, I'm staying down toward the bottom of the screen because that's where it's, quote, safer, unquote. Shit, should have looped. That's where it's safer. Yeah, see, I should have saved that from when these guys came by. I just got myself a 1-up after 20,000, and there it goes. I was never good at this game. I was never good at any of the shmups. I love playing them. This is not one of my favorites because these controls, I don't know if it's arcade was like this or just here at home on the PlayStation, but I'm feeling definite... Oh, you know why I'm getting some control lag? Because I'm playing it through the game's input through the... I'm playing it through my computer. So there's a little bit of control lag here. Alright, that makes more sense too. Why the controls feel sluggish. Because that's one of the things. A good shmup, it cannot feel sluggish. If it feels sluggish, you're going to die a lot. Yeah, playing it through my card with a little bit of a delay is not helping me today. So I get to blame my tools. Yay! Again, why? Alright, I'm actually going to go ahead and exit this one. I was honestly expecting it to get harder right away. I'm not going to do 43 or 43 Kai. That's just not happening. I was honestly expecting it to get more difficult immediately. Let's go to one that I'm more familiar with and can show more of a difficulty on it. Attack and jump. See, now this is one that has the right attack button. I'm used to that being my attack button. I'm used to these being the right buttons. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Plot. We all know the plot. And, of course, you got to play as Hagar. You have to play as Hagar. At least I do. I always play Hagar. I love Hagar. Okay, so as you see, we've got enemies that right away have not a lot of hit points. There's not a lot of them. They go down in one combo. You feel like a badass. Destroy things. Pick up stuff. One combo down, one combo down. This one actually takes a little bit longer, so they're already starting to scale a little bit. They're not surrounding you yet. No, pick that up, you fool. Fine, don't pick up the pineapple. So, the game is giving you the sense of, oh yeah, see, this is easy game. This is a really easy game. No problems, right? Enemies are coming at you from one direction. One of them finally got a hit off on me, but plenty of stuff here. You get a pipe. Knife, I'll take the pipe. Thank you. And we finally get some enemies that are difficult. It's been, you know, roughly 90 seconds or so. So now they're coming at you from both sides. Now I got my first death. And yes, you do have the special move. The special move takes some of your life when you use it, so you want to be careful about it. And back up top. Still haven't had to actually do a continue yet. And the first boss. Which it gives you a weapon for the first part of. Yeah, don't get used to that. You can't even see how much damage you're doing to him. And he's got the thing where he can kind of... You see that he sometimes has priority over your attacks, where he'll just go around and bam, right in your back. Enemies are having more difficulty. Do my special. Okay, so now we've gotten to the point where we can see his life bar. And this is one of the things about, especially the beat 'em ups, is there are going to be situations where you literally can't hit him. Because he'll just priority through and hit you instead. And I literally can't use my special anymore because I don't have enough health to. And back. You didn't know that, Tony? Oh yeah, that's the mayor. It's his daughter, too. So there. First level, I didn't use any coins to continue. And that was a fairly basic, I haven't played this in a while, just jump on in. If you were approaching the arcade for the first time in a while, that's what you'd see. This is your experience. So you're going, yeah, alright, I'm a badass. I really whooped that level, no problem. This game's not too bad. So now we're on level 2. Right away, the enemies are starting to circle you. They've got a lot more hit points. They got this one, Roxy, jumping around. Harder to deal with all the enemies from all sides at once. Looking for health. And again, immediately coming in from all sides, and a semi-boss who has as much hit points as that other boss did. At least it looked like it. Actually transphobic, because that character is a trans. Like, that was poison. So there you go, it's like, oh yeah, Andre's not that tough. Sure, he had a green life bar like the other one, but that wasn't so bad. And down. And yes, Andre here is based on Andre the Giant. That's why he's so huge. That's why he's named Andre. Even though Axel here is just as big. And notice Axel does something we haven't seen yet. He blocks. So they're starting to add more mechanics. Now this is actually scaling up rather nicely. The difficulty of it. It's going up a little bit at a time. You know, they introduce a new mechanic, introduce a new mechanic, introduce a new mechanic. That's good. That's kind of what you want to see in these games. Wow, I was actually able to catch him that time. And not that one. Almost got caught in a little loop there where they were just one after the other after the other. And you'll note that I was in the middle of an attack, but he still grabbed or knocked me out of it. And he was able to hit me through my reach. And look at how much damage he does, too. There. Now's my first time I have to put a quarter in. So let's see how long that lasts. Kind of off the side of the screen there, which makes it even harder to see, because they'll sometimes kind of cheat in. He's just slightly off of me. And it's hard to tell in this game on the 2D plane where they are to you. Ooh, a sword. Again, you want to keep them all on one side. The game, and there you go. There goes the sword. The game is trying to let you do that, and as soon as you fail, look at that. As soon as I got one hit, it's not that, you know, they do a bunch of damage and that's it. No, no, no. That was one hit that set up an infinite combo and I was dead. Couldn't even go back and get the life laying on the ground. Because as soon as I got up, bam. Before I could attack, bam. You're also on a time limit up there, you see. Alrighty. At least this game is giving you enough of these kind of lower end enemies to feel good. Like, yeah, you're still doing well. Oh, I even managed to avoid the fire. And then you get that going on. And once they start, you can't really break out. Which kind of, you're doing the same sort of thing to them. But, come on, go forward. Now we get 2 Andres. No, I guess not. Someone gets Sodom. And look at how much damage he does to you in one go. But he does stuff like that that says, no, no. It's like, no, we're not going to let you do that. We are not going to let you spam the attack. We're just going to do this unblockable, and you're done. Oh yeah, I mean, it's not hard to beat this if you throw enough money at it. That's the thing. This one is one of the ones where the continuation is right where you left off. So you throw enough money at it, you can beat this game. But look at this. I can do barely a little bit of damage to him, and he immediately smacks you down. Don't really see a way to avoid that, so there's another quarter. So we're on 75 cents now, and boom! Even though I was attacking him, he goes through it. And on that one, again, even though I was mid-attack, he goes right through it. He gets a little bit of priority for it. And you throw the sword for some reason. But there. Second stage took me a couple quarters to get through it. And this should look familiar to you guys. Ironically, I think you'd be better off without the pipe. Yeah, whatever. I destroyed some poor guy's car. For no reason, the mayor just goes to a gas station, beats up someone's car.
Oh my god.
What a dick! So here we are on the west side. Where it gives you a couple weapons right away to make it feel good. And then look how many enemies. And again, notice that the enemies are coming at you from all sides now. It's no longer the, we're all going to line up in one direction so that you can easily take us out. No, no, no. Now it surrounds you. To make it more difficult, make you use your life up to do the special attack, so that as soon as you do get hit, it's over. And it's over. And he'll sometimes go through your attack. Andre will. I guess he's not doing it this time. And he does that stupid jump attack, which you can barely hit him out of. Grab the food. And again, one shot with that, gone. And these guys will, again, sometimes try to get you right through this, especially at the edge of the screen. I'm thinking that I might be in a semi-safe spot just far enough here that they can't cheap grab me. Since they're both on the same side, I just wait for them to run into me. And the game's in control now. Wow, really? That was it? Now you got the 2 Andres. Alright. And again, they'll run right through your attack. And we'll grab through your attack. There's another quarter, so I'm up to $1 spent on this game now. right through my attacks. One down, and through my attack, dead. They do so much damage to me, too. Okay. And now back to the door. Back to being in control. God, I hate these ones that run in. And they comboed me. Come on. So I have no idea what that sound effect going on is right now. Grab some delicious food. So this game is actually not as hard as I was expecting it to be honest. Might be why it was more popular. You could actually get some progress in on this one. But notice they're trying to stay away from my 2D plane. There we go. And here we finally have the boss of this level. Who does a lot of damage. Found gum, apparently. Already chewed gum. And bam, right through my attacks. So you gotta be careful, as they'll do that to you. So you can't just spam attacks against the bosses. Because when they get up, they'll go right through it. Ah! So much damage he does. And there's another quarter. Now, if you're keeping track of time, it should be around every 90 seconds now. Fired a couple shots at me. God damn. Look at this. Look at the amount of just bullshit going on right now. He's just far enough away and shoots me. And even when I hit him, the bullet is still there to hit me. God damn. Look at how horrible this is. There we go. I'm just trying very hard to stay away from my 2D plane. So that's halfway through this game. I'm not going to continue it again. We'll check another game out after this. Now look at this. Now we got floor on fire. And enemies while the floor is on fire. Great. That's what you need, right? Especially one of the enemies that dodges your attacks. And of course I'm using my super to try to avoid damage. But I don't actually avoid damage because the super makes me take damage. And that's it. No, wait. That's not what I wanted to press. Whatever. So you notice how difficult it kept ramping up in that one. And it was getting pretty tough to the part where if you kept going, you'd be sitting there plugging quarter after quarter after quarter after quarter to go through it. Which, at least with a game like that, where you drop off right where you were, you can eventually beat the games if you're willing to spend enough money on them. So let's try something I haven't played yet. Pretty sure I haven't actually played this. So let's see what kind of game this is. One button, that's down here unfortunately. Move and attack. Oh, and yeah, there are one thing about this particular 80s arcade games, yay. I have literally no idea what I'm doing. These controls are... I mean, okay, like, I'm trying to go down here. There we go. These controls are really, really messed up here. I have no idea what I'm doing. I guess that was the tutorial of pick up bucket, throw bucket. Okay. This is like a pseudo Bomberman? What the hell? What am I playing? Okay, so those aren't fish, those are pirates. I take it I'm supposed to be killing the big pirate there. And trying to stop these other ones from getting me. And dead. Oh dear God, what is this? Oh. Well, hold on. I got him! No fair! Ah! I'm gonna try that again because I have no idea what this is. Holy crap! I will admit, I have never played this one in arcades. I never even saw this game in arcades. Yeah, it's pretty much pick up barrel, throw barrel. Alright. What's up with these anchors down there? So I'm doing a terrible job trying to anything this game. Got him. Is it over? No, he just respawns. So wait, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to be killing all the pirates? But there's so many. Okay, there's fish also. Am I supposed to be collecting fish? Is that it? Found an anchor. Okay. Apparently I'm supposed to take out all of those guys. Whoa, pirate. Captain. Oh, okay. I get it. The captain is there because... Or to make it so that you can't just... The captain's there so that there's always a threat. This is an unusual game. And you'll see the difficulty did ramp up a little bit for part 2 here. How do I tell how many there are left? Okay. Looks like this is it now. As long as they're stunned, you're okay. Yep. All right. And now there's coins. This game confuses me a lot. This game confuses me a lot. Why does this game exist? What is with the skull? Why is there a skull? Somebody explain this to me. I'm done. That was a mistake. What the hell? Old arcade arcade games were crazy. Alright, well, let's do one that I have played before. Gunsmoke. Now, this game is actually really hard on, actually, no. Pretty sure we had shoot center, shoot right, shoot left. And you could hold down 2 of the buttons to shoot in different directions. So... Master Winch. Now again, this is a shooter, and it's not really that different from like 1942 overall. It's just, instead of being ships out in space or planes or anything like that, you're a cowboy. Well, I was hoping I could shoot the barrel, but I don't know, man. I'm having difficulty wrapping my brains around the controls for this one. Because I'm hitting the buttons on a controller instead of on the arcade cabinet. And you get speed ups too. Now if you restart, you notice that every time you die, again, it's checkpointing you. So you don't just drop off where you were. Why do I even play the shooters? I'm not good at shooters, so why even bother with this? Well, let's play a known difficult game. 1991. I wonder if this is a Super Nintendo version or if it's actual arcade. Well, let's actually kind of find out. Yeah, see, no high scores on this one. Yeah, hardware. Home console system. This was released for home console systems. This isn't even an arcade game. This is basically the Super Nintendo game that they added to this. Interesting. Alright, so this game's notoriously hard. No, I will not be beating it today. Shoot and jump. Those are the controls that I prefer. So we're going to see if I even can get to the second stage. Because again, the manufacturers of these games, they wanted you to be able to beat the first stage. Because if you were immediately getting killed, then it's not fun. And so you stopped playing and you went on to the next game that was fun. Ah, classic music. Oh, this is kind of horrible sounding chiptunes, honestly. Notice that you're on a time limit too. Where did you come from? Why were you up in the middle of the air? And ouch. So again, for the first time, and then it shows you just how far you have to go. 6 stages. So the first part of this level is not overly difficult. As you see, some of the enemies there contain treasure. That's why you wanted to go up and kill that thing. And the infamous, you get hit once, you're in your underwear. And then this thing just kicks your butt every time. Good God! Well, I'll say this. If I was playing this in arcades, I would have gone away. Oh, well, there we go. Power up. think I'm actually doing decently this time out. And as soon as I said that. Why do I say things like that? Much better. I like that weapon. And dead. So not bad. A decent challenge too at the beginning. That actually was, there was enough ease at the beginning. A little bit of progress when you managed to beat that devil thing. That'd be enough to actually make me put more money in. It would. Now, is there anything in here that's not a freaking shooter? Bionic Commando. God, I hated this game. I will say this game is actually really creative with what you're supposed to do. You can't jump. It's all about your hook arm, which is a great mechanic because there's so many games out there where it's all about jumping. So many games where jumping and movement are so important. And this game bucked the trend by saying, no, you can't jump. You have to use your hook arm the whole time. Is it good for that? Yeah. Woo! So I can't hit that, and I can't. Oh man! Wow. Okay. Up, dead. Look at that, dead already. I can't reach the thing from where I was. You only get one shot to Jesus. It'd be better if you could actually get things from the air. If you could hook while in midair, that'd be something. But it doesn't look like you can. Because you almost need to be able to, well, not jump and hook, but hook on the fly. If you can't do that... Wait, what the hell? I died? I do not understand half of what's going on here. I don't know what these things are. The fact that you can only fall straight down certainly does not help. Why can I not shoot upward? Ugh. Why am I doing this? Why am I not playing games that I'm actually good at? This delay is not helping me either. Because there is definitely a noticeable... Wow. There is a noticeable delay between when I press a button and when the action actually happens. And old arcade games needed timing. Old arcade games are almost entirely about the gameplay. Why could I not go backwards? And yes, this is already much more difficult. I guess you can almost cheat through here. Use the fact that you appear at the top of the screen to just go higher up. Yeah, I'm done. Alright. You guys probably want to see it, so let's see it. Now, I do have a better controller for this game, but... You know what? Let's actually use that other controller. I have a controller designed for this game. Not this version of the game, but for the anniversary edition, which I also do have. And I'm hitting the microphone, sorry about that. So let me bust this baby out right here. Official Street Fighter Anniversary Edition controller. Now the box is, it's got this foil cover on the box, which I'd love to show you, that it's peeling up. And it's not like it's coming off from the corner or anything. No, no, no. It is just physically separating from the cardboard below for no reason. This is the Akuma version of the controller. In the box and everything, it's got the comic book with it. Comic book is still in good condition. But let's plug this baby in. Now this thing has the L1 and R1 buttons next to the triangle and circle. So it's got 6 buttons on the pad. There's no analog sticks. 6 buttons on the pad, so it's designed more like the actual gamepad is. 15th anniversary. It does have L2, R2. It's also very light because there's no rumble feature in it. How well does this controller work? Yeah, we'll find out, won't we? Now again, I don't believe this is the arcade version. Yeah, arcade mode. I do believe this is the PlayStation version. Okay, yeah, I went straight to Blanca, straight to my boy Blanca. Controller setup. Light punch, medium punch. Okay, first off, defaults. Interesting, because that should be heavy. Medium, heavy, light, medium, heavy. All 3 punches, all 3 kicks. All 3 punches, all 3 kicks. Now let me just check the defaults again. Yeah, interesting. It actually defaults to the settings that I prefer. Which is weird. Because everything else, the heavies are up on the L1, R1. Which is why this controller is the way it is. Whatever. The D-pad on this is a bit... let's hope it works. See how responsive it is. Oh yeah, see, and yeah, it's got good old arcade difficulty here where it's just insane. And it's hyper fighting, so he's faster. Come on, get out of it. I can't even break out of that. I can't hit the button high enough, fast enough to do that. Wow. Yeah, this is honestly kind of awful. And I like that this game was actually kind of built around ROM hacks. So there were hacked versions of Street Fighter, some rather famous ones like the Rainbow version. And it was literally a speed hack that got Capcom to release Turbo with hyper fighting. Now, is there a way to actually turn off? No, there isn't. I don't think I can actually reach the option menu on this, because I would turn off the hyper fighting personally. I don't like the speed increase because it's designed for people who are really good at this game, and I'm not, again. I mean, for crying out loud, I'm playing as Blanca. And I'm getting my ass kicked by E Honda. Yeah, I couldn't even get my move to work. Couldn't get Rolling Thunder. Alright, let's try... Let's go back to Champion Edition. See how that one works. The whole goal was to compare the options. Hey. Difficulty normal. Sound remix off. In which case, options. Can't turn off the speed. And if you change any of these, it messes up the bonus stuff. Because as you see, there's extra bonus stuff here, like art. Until you beat the game without losing a round. Yeah, that's not happening. Beat it with 6 characters. I have done the others. But beat it without losing a round. Yeah, and if you change the options, you can't unlock those. So. Yeah, again, the mediums are up on L1, R1, which is where I prefer them. So there you go. Now you guys know why I actually prefer the control scheme that I prefer instead of the more modern one. Because I'm used to these. Arcade mode. Yeah, Blanca again. Now this time Blanca is missing 2 of his moves. And again versus E Honda, because of course it is. Controller setup. Medium, hard. Medium, hard. I like those reversed. You notice it's much slower this time. Even the music's slower. It's slow enough that I can do that. And I'm missing 2 of his moves now. In Turbo Edition, he only has... In Standard and Champion, Blanca only has 2 special moves. The Electricity and the Rolling Thunder. In Turbo Edition, he was given 2 more versions of Rolling Thunder. If you did the hold back for 2 seconds, forward and kick, he would do a high arc. And you hold down for 2 seconds and up and punch, he'll do a vertical one. But as you see, no real problems there. It's slower. I can actually do this. Yay! Who the hell's DBC? Must have just been pushing random numbers. Random buttons. Alright, now to go for... this guy. And for those who don't remember, which, you know, should not be any of you at this point, one of the big differences between Champion Edition and regular... is Champion Edition, you don't have the bosses available, so you only had 8 characters, and you could not actually versus yourself. So Kin and Kin could not fight each other. The closest you could have is Kin and Ryu were virtually identical, so they didn't really get changed until Turbo. Now, you also, did you hear that? I don't know if you guys were able to hear that, but the computer was kick, 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 kick. He low kicked 4 times in very rapid succession. Round 2, fight! Like, basically, the computer was doing that to me. And this is going to be the last one I show off today of the Capcom's collection. And I mentioned before, during the first day of getting over it, how Street Fighter 2 basically saved arcades, or at least delayed their demise for almost 5 years, I guess. After that, the next big one was DDR. Because of how often you had to put money in the machines, and you have to remember, by this time, home machines were a big thing. The PlayStation generation was out at this point, and PlayStation games were getting more and more complex, more so than you could really get out of an arcade machine. Hell, Super Nintendo had games you really couldn't get at an arcade machine. Well, even the NES really did. A lot of stuff that had, you know, save data. Legend of Zelda Onward is stuff that you just couldn't do in an arcade. But PlayStation, you were getting to the point where graphically you could, well, you couldn't quite match the arcade, but you were getting close. Where you almost had arcade power at home. It had arcade ports. You had this game at home, in fact. I think this is the PlayStation version, not the arcade version that we're playing here. Could be wrong. But So arcades were getting less and less popular, and with how expensive the machines were and how much you had to, inflation and all that wasn't helping, you had to keep putting money in all the time. This game at least allowed multiple players, gave more reason to go to arcade. You would have more competition there. Instead of just playing against your friend, you could play against random people. And no matter who won, if you were good, you could keep playing on the same quarter. You could play for hours on the same quarter if you were really, really, really good. But whatever the case, somebody in multiplayer was putting a quarter in every time. So yeah, as soon as I game over, it'll probably be against Ryu here. It usually is. As we fireball spam. Computer can fireball spam faster than I can. Aha, well, yeah, we're done. We're going to go ahead and finish off today. It's been about an hour. In fact, it's been over an hour now. So, yeah, there's some arcade classics. Now, I'm going to leave it up to you guys, assuming you can respond quickly enough. Should I play this, or should I go to Volume 2 tomorrow and do more of getting over it, or should I switch games to try to find something more along my normal thing to play? Now, I'll let you guys decide that in the chat. I'll keep the chat open for a bit longer while I turn this off. I'll say, take care, Internet, and enjoy the games you play. But I felt like today was a bit of a failure on my part. I don't think I was being as informative with these games as I was hoping they would be, especially with how bad I am at the shooters, where I basically just can't show those off because I can't even get past the first level in them. Shooters are not my thing. So that didn't work. In getting over it today, I made no progress. So it's up to you guys. Should I keep trying? Or should I just say screw it and move on? So you guys go ahead and decide. And until then, Internet, take care and enjoy the games you play.